Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a metro or general transit map in Cities Skylines. Now today we're going to be using two programs. I'm going to link them below in the description. Number one is Inkscape, which is a open source free vector art program. That's going to be where we're going to import our map into and then add all the metro or transit stuff. Now to actually get that map out of the game, we're going to be using an in-game mod called CSL Maps. Now I'm not going to say how to get those installed. Those are pretty straightforward, and you can look up other videos on how to do that or figure them out yourself. It's pretty easy. So first off, you want to have a city done already where you're going to have your map. Now I made a little city here for demonstration. So I made every little bit that we're going to need. Normal stations as well as a transfer station here. So let's get started. First up, you're going to have to go to mod options, which first off, we're going to hit the escape button. That'll take us to the pause menu. We're going to go down to options. We're going to find our mod in the mod settings, which is going to be listed under CSL Map View. Now to do this, we're going to go here. By default, that will be on. It's up to you. I'll just keep it on because it's always good to have the default. This is where the viewer and the map file to open in the viewer are going to be located on your computer. But we're not going to have to use that because we're going to open the map viewer straight from the game. So we're going to hit export and run viewers. Export, it'll just make the map and throw it in your files. Export and run viewer is going to make that file and then run it in the viewer. So let's hit that. Now wait for it to load up. Here we go. We got our map all nice here. We got the whole map here. It's a big old file. So let's get into it. Now this map is gonna show you a lot about your city. I have already disabled some of the views as I've used this app before. So if you go to settings, you're gonna have to change the map style if you'd like. By default, you're gonna be on default. But I prefer light gray water because for your transit maps, you don't want all that extra stuff. You want the basics, so it looks good, it looks nice, and I think that's what you like too. But you can play around with it, see what you like. And there's also some other settings here, but we're not going to really look at those too much. Now, you can also change what appears on your map. By default, you might have some stuff on here. You want to turn off public transport routes. That'll show buses, I believe, possibly also trams. I'm not 100% sure on that though, but 100% is going to be showing your buses. So if you want to do that, you can have it. If you'd like to make your own map, or it's too cluttered with that, you can turn it off. It's all what you like. You can play around with these settings. This is what I like to have, actually. I like to have railways off. I prefer to turn them back on as a guide, but that's after we make our map. So this looks all good. You can look around. Everything should be good. Now for the next step, we're going to go to File, Add Printing Boundaries. Now, when we set these, this is going to be the extent to which our map actually shows of the game. Because if you have our whole big transit map look like this, it's not going to be looking good, is it? So make that up nice how you like it. I think I'm going to be doing something like this. Now with that, we're going to be going up to File, and we're going to be saving the image here. Now you can name it whatever you like. The default is just the city name. I'm going to add a little dash there, put in map just for a little bit of more organization. You can also change the save type. So I like to either do PNG or SVG. Now I like to work with SVGs, but when you put this whole big thing into SVG, there's a whole bunch of stuff on it, and each individual thing is each individual thing. Now that's gonna be a real mess in Inkscape. If you'd like to do it that way, off my hat off to you, go ahead. That's gonna be a little bit of a mess, and it might not look too good. So we're gonna be saving it as this, as a PNG. We're gonna be saving it. Let's do a little magic. Now it's good. Now I'm gonna head over to Inkscape. Alright, now we're on Inkscape. So on your first time opening it, you might have a little dialog box. Just go through those. Now, first thing we're going to do here is hit File, Open, navigate to whatever file folder you put it in. You're going to find it, double click on it, or hit Open. Now we're going to choose to import it with these settings. We're going to import it. Now our canvas is aligned with the edge of the map, and we've got the map in here. Now this looks good. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to import a couple files that we're going to be using and make them all default. So I myself have made a couple files to use here. You can make your own. I prefer SVG. You can go with that, or PNG. It's whatever you like. I'm going to be importing them right here. You're not going to hit Open. You're going to import them. Go down to whatever folder you have them in. Now you'll probably have it here. I have Metro Station and Metro Transfer Station. Now I have these designs based off of the DC Metro. So we're going to get those in here. We got the transfer station already. Now we got to get the normal metro station. Now I made these in Inkscape. Well, I made this one in Inkscape, or one of these. Other one I made in a different program. So these are going to be our two stations. This one is going to be our normal station. This one is going to be the transfer station. So we're going to name these to be memorable. So this one's going to be transfer. This one is going to be called base. You can do it however you like, but this is how I like to do it. Now I'm going to make sure they're about the same size, so everything's even. You can make this one a little bigger when you're done, but we just got to see about that. So now you're going to select them and make them smaller. Make sure you hold Control so they size down, same on the X and Y paths. We're going to zoom in a little bit, make them smaller. Now here you can make them whatever size you'd like. You don't want them too big, but you don't want them too small either. So I'm going to be making them about that big. I think that looks good. So we're going to be taking these. I'm going to put them up here so they're out of the way. And over here, I'm going to be putting them on their own layer so we can control them. I'm going to be locking this one up so we can't accidentally move it. As you see, I can't move it, so it's all good. Now, how we're going to be figuring out where these stations are, because we can't really see that on this map, is you can either go back to CSL Map View, remove the print boundaries, turn on visibility for railways, wait for it to load a little bit, and zoom in, and we can see our stations right there, right here. And or I like to use both. You can go back into game and you can see it from the game view. I like using both here. So first off, I'm going to be making this little station. This one's a little hub station. I think that's how I'm going to like it. So we're going to go back here. We sit right here at this little T. Now it's up to you whether you put it directly on the road or more on the station where it is. Now my actual building's right here, but I have it running right here underneath this train station. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be clicking on the transfer station. Since it's a transfer station between multiple lines, we're going to Control C to copy it. Then we're going to put our mouse where we want it. Control V is going to copy over. Now you can place it wherever you'd like it. I'm going to put it right here. I think that looks good. Right here. I think right here. You can choose wherever you'd like it. Now we're going to put down our other stations. So Control C. We're going to be moving over here. This is my university. Now the station on the university is located right at this little junction right here. So we control seed. Now we're gonna control V, put it down. Put her down right here. Now we're gonna put in my next two stations. I got one right over here. So right here. And then I got another one up right here. Let me check real quick. Yep. So put her down. Alright, now we got our stations in place. Now this will take way longer when you got a bigger city and got way more metro stations going. But you'll get it done, trust me. Now we got layer name. We're going to be putting in our lines now. We're going to put it below stations. How these layers work is the higher they are on the hierarchy, they get displayed over top each other. You see how lines is above image, which is our background. That means that they'll be rendered above, as you can see here. If I put it above, oh, pardon me. If I put lines below, oh, I believe, sorry, this is locked. I'm sorry, pardon, put states underneath. You can't see them no more. So if you put, so we gotta make sure we got a good order here, which is image on the very bottom, stations on the very top, lines right in the middle. Now we're gonna lock the stations so we don't accidentally move these. Oh, pardon, I unlocked those. Let me relock that. We're gonna click on stations. We're gonna go over here to this line tool. I'm gonna start off right here. Click in the middle. That's gonna start our line. Now you'll single click, and you can make this one straight line. But if you hold click it, you can drag out this little ball. When you let go, it allows you to make a curved line. Now the metro stuff, I like to make it a little, not very curved. I like to go more 45-degree angles like I got here. So first off, I'm gonna bring this one click, bring it straight. I want to bring it down basically to this road. I like to keep my everything aligned with the road. So what I'll do is I'll bring it straight down about halfway. So if we're here, I'd make a 90-degree angle. We don't want that. So we're going to click here, and then we're going to make about a 45-degree angle, however you like it. Well, in reality, this would be 135. Since you got the 90 and you add 45, that'd be 135. Click here, and you're going to bring it down here. Click on this empty area. We're going to click up here. We're going to double click to end it. Now this is our line. Now this looks a little ugly right now, but we're going to change that, fix it up right now. So you're clicking on path. You can come up here to fill and stroke. Now if you don't have fill and stroke, you're going to hit path, come down to fill and stroke right here. Now fill is if we made them connect, and then we could have a shape, but we don't got that, so we're going to make it empty. Now we're going to go to stroke paint, which is the actual path itself. We're going to choose an actual color. So I'm going to make this an yellow. You can change these however you like. There you go, a nice bright yellow. Actually, I might change that to more of an orange. There you go, that's more pleasant on the eye. Now the stroke style. This is where we can make it pretty. So let's try something with 20 pixels. Looks pretty nice. How about 25? There you go, I like that. So now, that's our first line. So, with how you like it, you can change this to width to be however you like. Maybe you can make it envelop the line. If so, you might want to make the cap rounded instead of a straight corner. And you can make this dash or however you like. And if you want to make it a one-way track or however you want to signify that, you can go here, click this, make this an arrow. You can change the size of those arrows however you'd like. Make them look old pretty like that. And you can play around with these settings however you'd like. So that's our first line done. Now we want to get this line done. So let's get that done. So we're going to click our line tool. I'm going to click at this station. I'm going to bring it down back here. Click. Get that 45-degree angle. Click. We're going to bring it down all the way down here. Click. Now you can make these paths as long as you'd like. You can even hit Control. Make that line stay on specific angles. I like to just freehand it a little bit. Now we're going to bring it down about right here. We're going to bring it over right here about, and then bring it down. I'm going to extend a little bit. There you go. Going to bring it down, double click. That's our next line. Now you can change it to be whatever color you'd like. I'm going to make it a nice little dark blue. That looks all good. And when we go back to layers, you can make these two objects. You can delete them or just make them disappear. Just like that. And there you go, your last little transit map. Now there's so many ways you can make this your own. When you got two lines running parallel together on the same tracks, you can maybe mix and match your paints and whatnot. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do. You gotta make it your own, make it pretty. I'd say even look up Metro Map Style Guide and you can get a whole bunch of inspiration. It's gonna look good. What next you're going to do here is to export it. You're going to go up here to File. You're going to export it. And then you can choose where it ends up and then what you name it. I like to open this file though. Put the file name in here. Now with the file type, this is a SVG right now. If you don't know what that means Scalable Vector Graphic. What that means is we can zoom in as much as we want and these lines will now look blurry. You see? Ain't no pixels on there. That's because instead of being made of pixels, it's made of math that says put a line right here. That means we can zoom in as far as we want. It won't look bad. Now our map though, it is made out of a normal PNG. So if you zoom in, it's not going to look too good. So you can export it however you'd like. If you'd like normal raster image, which is what PNG JPEGs are called, what I like to say is turn it into a PDF first, save it, and then Google PDF to PNG or JPEG converter, change it to one of those, and then you got a nice high quality image. You can share that with your friends, you can keep it, it'll look good. Now, or you can make it into an SVG and you can do whatever you like with it. Alright, now I'm going to do that with this PNG. I'm going to replace what we have. Alright, now I'm going to open that up. There we go, there's our map. Now you can see it's a PNG, so the lines get a little blurred out, but I think it's all good. So do our stations. Now to make this a little more high quality, you can export it as a PDF and then change it into a PNG on a converter. That'll make them a little clearer, as it'll up the resolution a little bit. I'd like to thank all of you for watching today. If you found the video helpful, hit the like button, maybe subscribe for more, and I hope y'all have a great day. See you around.